First of all, it's critical to know that it is not the missionaries that brought the gospel to Africa. The gospel came to Africa before there were missionaries. If you read the book of Acts very carefully, in the book of Acts, where Philip met the Ethiopian eunuch, when Philip met him, that was not the first time he was hearing the gospel. He was reading Isaiah, and he's an Ethiopian. That's in the book of Acts. That's long before there were anything called missionaries. Which means that the gospel was already in Africa, right in Ethiopia here, in the book of Acts. In the book of Acts. So before finally the gospel went to Rome, where they killed the apostles of Christ, before it went to Rome, and from Rome went to the civilization of the West, it was already in Africa. But the white people, of course, brought back the fullness of the gospel to Africa because there were parts of Africa that had not been invaded. But it didn't start with the white people. It actually started in Africa. And I can go a bit further. When Jesus was 2 years old, they took him to Egypt. So the gospel was already in Egypt before America, London, England, Canada, Germany, before all those places. Egypt already had the gospel. Egypt in our backyard here. I gave you Ethiopia in Acts. I gave you Egypt. So to say our ancestors didn't have the gospel is an assumption. Because when you look at the guy in Acts chapter 10, whose alms and much giving went up to God. Is it Cornelius? Yeah, Cornelius. He was not a Jew. He was not even a white person, an European. Okay? So the gospel was already around. It's just that you may think it wasn't, maybe in your family because nobody introduced it to you, but there was gospel and there was a consciousness of God all over the world, and God has a way of making sure that around the world the gospel reaches people.